to episode 60 of Arknolia and the Doctor, our music memory series. It's me and Arknolia here. And I talked to Bozy on Skype not too long ago. I actually messaged him. And he's possibly going to be joining us later on so we could possibly do some wrestling talk since I wasn't able to. I haven't yet hear a reply from Ashley there. So I guess it'll be us three, me, Bozy, and you. So talking
Okay.
about wrestling. And definitely got to that link you sent me through the Gmail. You got to send to Bozy in the Skype chat for him to check out, man, because that was something, man.
Which one?
I think the one you just sent me today with Jerry King Lawler and Bill Dundee, some fight in the concession stand.
Yeah, and it's the future honky tonk man.
Yeah, it's Wade Ferris.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy's real name there.
Yeah, that thing got really ugly.
Yeah, but kind of reminiscent of the supermarket fight between Booker T and Stone Cold Steve Austin years on down the line there.
Yeah.
Now, no doubt you can bet all the whichever wrestling company that was involved in that there or sanctioned that, they definitely had to shell out a lot of money there to pay for the repair of those stands there, let alone the supermarket for that angle. I remember there that I mentioned.
Yeah.
So definitely the company really had to shout out a lot there. They had to sign a couple pieces of paper, this and that there, you know. So, but that kind of stuff is always, always fun to watch there when you think about it there. I remember AEW, had something like that between members of the Inner Circle, I guess John Moxley or a couple others there. I also had a couple of, yes, that's something that we do miss seeing a lot of times. So far, the only thing we saw for the WWE towards that was when Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair, and the Becky Lynch were all getting handcuffed, and Lynch, and I guess Charlotte and Rousey was in the same back of the police car, and they started going at it with their feet because they were both cuffed, and Rousey, I guess, ended up busting one of the police car windows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll wait for Bolsey to get into that stuff deeper.
Absolutely there. And I want to address what happened last night because it seems to be the talk of the town there. Now, let me explain the whole situation, what happened there. I was walking, listening to my MP3. I get a text saying, can you go pick up cigarettes on the way back? I said, sure, I will, meaning my sister and brother-in-law. So I head over, I'm walking to the gas station there, and then I'm getting this whichever snack on something to drink there. I get the cigarettes, and these two punk kids are sitting down at a little table nearby, say, hey, why you looking at the girls? Why you looking at my chicks, man? Why you looking at? I'm saying, I'm not looking at no one. They start calling me the N-word and this and that. I get my stuff. I walk out. I sat in the nearby Mexican cafe outside there where they have these benches and that there. I try to call in on Ken's program there to say hi, see what's up there, and all that bullshit there. These two punk motherfuckers walk up from behind me, confront me, and say, put the phone down, apologize, don't wait, no, what are you looking at a girlfriend's? Trying to entice some shit with me. They're telling me to put the phone down. All that was recorded on the Ken's program there. Now here's the thing. I get up. I had a pocket knife. I had a big pocket knife in my back pocket there. I pulled that out. These two motherfuckers start running like cowardly bitches. Just shoom, out the way. Gone. Gone. So afterwards, I called the police, told them what's going on. They said they're going to send a police car over there to get some information, description, and all that.
Right.
Then I had to wait God knows how long for them because apparently what I found out when I called it twice, that the cop car that was supposed to be coming over here had a emergency calling at the last minute there, so I had to take care of that before they came over here.
Right.
So in the meantime, I call in back on Ken's program to let them know what happened here, and that's about it. Cop car finally showed up soon after I hung up and gave them the details. They went patrolling the area to find these two guys to see if they were still around. And I found out from the gas station attendant that one of them, who had a buzz cut there, was known to entice shit with other people in the past. Starting shit with other people.
Oh, that's always nice to find out.
Yeah, I know exactly, man. And that makes me mad because, I mean, I just don't understand what the fuck is up with these people. But then again, this kind of brings me back to back when I was living in Roseville.
Yeah.
What happened? There was these punk kids who were these little teeny small punk kids. There's some bozies up here. I said watching, but still can't chat in your chat. Um, I said, why not, Bozy? Is something wrong there? What's going on? I should probably add him to the call here in a couple of minutes here after I get done with this. But there was these two small boys that would try to mess with somebody with their reading a newspaper or something like that, and the magazine stand there, and they would try to get them to entice them to come outside, and they would get ganged up by these older kids there.
Right.
And that's what this whole bullshit from last night kind of reminded me of. The thing about it there. It's just the idea, but then again, these were two punk teenagers who thought they were gangster.
Right.
And you know what they're kind of talking about. Basically, you know how Dave Rose likes to refer the looters, the rioters, the protesters as joggers,
Right.
meaning the word that we know what we're talking about there.
Right.
These kids were basically woggers, and I think you know what I'm referring to as
Right.
when you really think about it there. So it was like, I guess it was a big talk of the town. Of course, later on, Gatekeeper Drew calls in, and they start, Kim and Ken start talking and all that good stuff there. And all right, so let's see here. Let's see here. No, don't know. I'm typing something. The message ain't going through in the chat there. Let me see what's going on here. Let me
Well,
pop it.
you do have the subscriber thing for 5 weeks or whatever. Has
Oh my
Bolsey
gosh.
been with you that long?
It hasn't been that long. Bozy, you need to subscribe to my channel because I have it on subscriber mode. That's what it is. That's what I have it here. Because apparently we had the last time we went live, we had all these damn trolls, fucking with us here and left and right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Bozy, definitely try to subscribe to the channel, or better yet, if you wish, I can add Bozy to the call here. If
Well,
you
you might
wish, right now.
forward with that, but yeah.
Okay, let me he's just messaged something again. Let me see what he's writing here. Okay, let's. I am subscribed. Okay, there. Okay, good. Okay, so definitely go ahead and give it a shot, Bozy, in the chat there. I
Wow, I
guess
was
I'll
just
wait that
looking
out
at
a
my
little bit. All right. He
list.
said
Go
list,
ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Not yet. Well, it's good. He'll wait a longer for to call in or be added in. Here's what he said in the Skype chat here, the Skype message board there.
Okay.
Okay, so with that bullshit aside there,
Well, we're
I
going to kind
guess,
of start out with a bang on the T's.
yeah, I know. I know
The
we went through
Talking
the S's.
Heads.
That's right, yeah. Talking Heads, David Byrne, um, Chris France, Timo Weymouth, and I forgot the other fourth member's name is, but
Same as it ever was.
it was the one, absolutely that one of that big song that made it was massively big on MTV there.
Yeah, that and Burning Down the House.
Yep, absolutely. That was a massive big hit back at that time there.
Yeah, they
Massive big
did
hit.
a pretty
Back
good cover
19...
of Take It to the River.
Oh yeah, remember that's the first time I actually heard from that song.
Yeah.
That's for actually, let me rephrase that. That was actually the first time I heard of the Talking Heads. Came
Yep.
out in 1979. It was a damn good sound production of an album.
Yeah. Yeah, that
So
video on that
Once in a Lifetime.
Once in a Lifetime
Yeah,
was a fun video to watch.
it was absolutely, Barry. It was.
But that was one of the better groups of the 80s, I thought.
Yeah. Sadly, that they had a lot of issues. I guess what it was, they decided they wanted to get back together, but they had to call themselves the Heads because David Byrne didn't allow them that because it would cause a lot of massive confusion amongst their diehard fans out there. Here's
Right.
what's the David Talking Heads without David Byrne? Are you giving me a break there?
Yeah, that's not something you want to do.
Yeah, it's true there. So that's basically what it is here. So right now, let me go back to the live streaming page that I have right up. It's going to be up there. Hmm. Apparently, computer is acting a little bit slow as always. So I should probably update
Well,
that
you're
bitch.
it's up.
I know it is up there, but it's for some reason I don't know what it is. Is that the gift that I'm using for the screen there is that take its all sweet time. I don't understand why there.
Oh, you mean the guy twirling in the air?
Yeah, absolutely there. Let's see what we got here. Unable to send a message. It's a YouTube thing, so I can't usually chat in other chats. I don't know what the fuck is going on here.
Well, it must be a YouTube issue.
Oh gosh, and I'm sick and tired of this YouTube issue, man. Bullshit going on. Internet has been fucking up as of late. I don't know why, man.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
And I don't appreciate it one bit because I'm the kind of guy that expects everything to work properly no matter what.
The next group's actually a pretty decent group too.
Yeah.
Tears for Fears.
Yeah, they're pretty good there. They still play Everyone Wants to Rule the World
Yeah.
at the supermarket that I work at, believe it
Well,
or
I got to
not.
tell you a funny story about the
Yeah.
supermarket. I was in the supermarket shopping one day, and I was in the
Yes.
detergent section, and I was right in front of a product. And as I'm reaching for the product, the
And we know
song
what it is.
Shout starts up, and I'm sitting there
And we know.
looking at.
Yep.
That's exactly what I have in my hand.
Absolutely there.
That
So
was
no,
bizarre.
didn't the Shout detergent company use that song for its I think they may have tried to use that song for their commercials, but I think the band disallowed it, I guess, didn't want that being
Yeah,
done because
probably
it's a
so,
different
but I don't
topic.
know that.
Yeah. But because I know I saw a couple memes on a couple Facebook pages regarding that as well.
But that was so bizarre. I'm sitting there, and well, as a Kroger.
Yeah.
It's about the only place I did shop at that time.
Yeah. And by the way, keep in mind the name Tears for Fears was based on a book. I forgot the name of the doctor who wrote it, but this doctor was apparently I guess he was a pioneer of a thing called the primal scream therapy,
Yeah,
where you're confronting, you're going back to the past to confront some past traumas, and the result of that was to let out this massive scream, shouting, screaming, and I think
right.
in fact, John Lennon apparently was involved in this because he had a lot of issues in his past that he still haven't yet to deal with. Whether it's the issue with the Beatles breaking up, the issues with Apple Records and EMI, his mother dying in a car wreck, and his father
Yeah,
leaving him at a young age.
yeah. His mother and father. That was the subject of one of his best songs. I thought, "Mother."
The song "Mother," yeah, that was a gritty song to listen to. In fact, the whole
Holy
album it
cow!
came from. Yeah,
I mean,
like
that
it
was a
was
hard one to listen to because you could hear the emotion in his voice as he was singing. I mean, he
absolute.
was.
Oh man, I remember hearing that just as well, man. The
But
song "Working Class Hero" and "My Mommy's Dead," the album closer, was that as well. In fact, apparently that record may have played a part in the influence of Pink Floyd's "The Wall."
probably, because all of them influence each other, even though they won't admit it.
Yeah, that's true. There, they often try to make themselves look massively original, like Prince saying, "What I'm doing is now. What I'm doing is original." When we see in his live acts that he was clearly influenced by James Brown.
Yeah, yeah. You can go back. Even the '50s and '60s guys were influenced by someone earlier. I mean, it's a cycle.
Absolutely, man.
My next one's another. Well, he had at least one good song. He might have had others. Uh,
Right?
Thomas Dolby.
Oh man, You know, give this guy credit because he played on Foreigner's 4 album. He worked with Lydia Lunch, and he also, who you remember was a well-known 80s singer there.
Yeah.
She had a song called New Toy. She had a couple other songs, and Dolby was featured in one of the videos, if I remember there. And apparently, this guy was like, he was known to make synthesizers not sound like synthesizers there.
Oh,
Yes. In fact, I think one of his best songs have to be One of Our Submarines because it had featured that old 70s synthesizer playing throughout the track there. And we also know his main song, She Blinded Me with Science.
yeah. That's the one I remember the most easily.
And of course, Europa and the Pirate Twins, or Europa, that's what it was originally called there, which is a pretty good video there when you look at it. And I guess Dolby later on got together with a couple of I guess I don't know what he's doing now, but I remember me and my best friend Dennis seeing him back in '88 for my birthday, and I remember he was more my best friend loved him, but he hated the new material that he put it out at that time.
Right.
He was not into stuff like hot sauce, she's hot and spicy kind of stuff there, But basically, he was hoping for the old timers, what he's saying about the subjects that they used to sing about before there.
Yeah.
And I guess he even said at one time, he said, "I was so mad I broke that tape in half, blah blah blah, and this and that there." And apparently, I had to walk away because it was my birthday. He later did apologize afterwards, saying he was sorry that he didn't want to ruin my birthday present there, this and that. But still, it was so I had to remind him a couple of times, that was not cool, dude. That wasn't right.
Yeah.
All right, Bozy and this the message board on Skype here saying, I'll hop in eventually. Busy at the moment. Okay, take your time, dude.
Next one is another group that had a couple of pretty good songs. Thompson
All right.
Twins.
Oh yeah, the two. And what's kind of funny, I guess the black dude Joe, I forgot, I don't know his name there. I guess he does some stuff there in Hollywood, I guess, for movies and TV shows there, I guess it
Yeah.
was. Don't know what's editing or something like that there. Remember, a lot of these 80s stars, you'll go on to eventually get day jobs.
Right.
Remember Ali Score, the drummer from the Flock of Seagulls? He's in the computer business here and there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them had to do that because the music business wasn't as kind as it was in the 60s and 70s.
Absolutely, because they were like the trendy thing at the moment, but things move on. Here comes the next batch of groups that come in, and this and that, and so on and so on and so on. The same thing with the hair glam metal bands of that around that era. There, they were you oozed out of the picture when the grunge alternative scene came in there,
Yeah.
and now the grunge alternative scene was oozed out by all this new metal.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, the next.
Thing-
Oh, go ahead.
Now go ahead, dude.
Well, actually, I was trying to remember what the big one was Thompson Twins did besides Doctor
Both.
Doctor.
Oh yeah. Whoa, they have Hold Me Now. They
That's
had
it.
Lies, Lies, Lies. They
Hold
had
Me Now was huge. I love that
I
song.
know it was. And Bozy, hold on a second, Bozy. I will add you into the call because it will take me. I have to because right now it's not coming up right there. There we go. Tell you what, I'll take this call and I'll add you back to the mix. Okay?
Okay.
Good, good, good.
Okay, while he's doing that, I'll sit here and babble. Well, I don't know about babble, but at any rate, I'm still active, and I guess he's active on his channel. I don't know. I'm just keeping my channel from having dead air. Not got much to say, but dead air is not a fun thing. Okay, and the song we mentioned by the Thompson Twins that we were talking about was "Hold Me Now." I thought it was a pretty decent song. I liked it a lot. Doctor Doctor was okay, and I was I guess I would say the first five people we've mentioned were all pretty decent. I don't know about the next one because I have kind of mixed feelings about them. But we'll talk about that when we get the doctor back, and the doctor will be back sometime soon. We hope. In the meantime,
Man,
and there we are.
here we are. Bozy. Now we got all three of us here together. Thank goodness.
Yep.
Yeah, but I know what the fuck is up with the Skype and the computer here. It took a while for the. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this damn computer again. I may have to, I guess, update it once more. I actually had to. I have a little total security system in my computer. I had to start using that again. I
Hmm.
also have to clean out what's in my recycle bin just as well. I think that may have
Well,
something to
you
do with
should
it.
do
I'm
that on a
thinking.
regular basis anyway.
Yeah, you're right. You're right there. Well, I'm not on my computer almost all the time, unless I am come home from work there, or when I'm doing shows like these at times. So I often forget. So I got to remind myself to do that bullshit there.
Yeah, should do it about once every once every 4 or 5 days anyway.
Yeah, it's true there. Or as Minnesota Vikings fan told me, do it every time I turn the damn thing on.
That's a good idea actually.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Which wouldn't work for
That's,
me because I leave mine on 24/7 most times.
I see there. Oh, wow. Yeah. No, so what's up, Bullsy?
Nothing much really. It's
Uh,
just have an opportunity.
Yeah.
That's a new job opportunity. Actually,
Oh, wow, nice. Would you you're going to be being called in to come into work at some place? I guess I take it there.
it's more of a promotion. So
Oh, nice. Yeah, I say go for it, dude, man. Go for it.
yeah, it's just like I apply myself and it just works out eventually.
Well, that's the way it should work. That's good.
Yeah, that's the greatest thing about living in a red state.
Yep. Same here over here. It's just as well. What state you live in, Bozy? Was it Florida? I think it was.
I'd say it was Arizona. So
Arizona.
Yeah.
That's a red state. Yeah, sweet. You know, at one time, my sister brother-in-law considered moving us to Arizona, but from what I understand, there's hardly no work there. All the jobs are taken there.
yeah,
I don't know. Is that the same case now around in their state there?
well, I'm not entirely sure.
All right.
Yeah, I would have to look into it some more, but some jobs are shutting down
Wow.
due
Oh
to
shit.
COVID.
Oh yeah.
Due
Well, I
to COVID.
understand. Oh wow. Is the COVID running rapidly in that state? I guess.
Not really. Most people in Arizona don't take COVID too seriously, but
Wow.
there's implementations by the government trying to mandate you have to wear a mask when you go into buildings.
That's true there, yeah. Like at my workplace, we have to, I guess most of the employees at various workplaces, whether it's a supermarket or such and such, they have to wear masks. We have to wear masks at our work 24/7 while we're on the job there, except we're at lunch period.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to eat through a mask.
Yeah, I know, yeah. It's hard to breathe. You can imagine what I go through. I'm in the dairy cooler most of the time there. I come
Oh yeah.
out, I've got my mask, and my glasses keep fogging up each and every time, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that drives me nuts, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Masks are proven not to really work. So it's just like, why make people wear them?
Because
Yeah,
it's an effort for the government to control us.
yeah, something like that.
Oops, I got into politics. Sorry.
That's
Well, here's
okay,
the
dude.
thing. You
But it
are
makes
right. He
that's
is right.
true.
My take on this is just like, is like this. So you are willing to take demands from government when they're the ones supposed to be serving you?
Yeah. And like I say, it's just a step. There will be more.
Is it gay?
Yeah,
Giving you guys something to look forward to.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's kind of funny. They encourage everybody to. One person's complained about this particular subject here in Texas. but they're encouraging all the women, all the people to wear a mask here, but yet they're still a lot. I don't know. Says they're pro. They say they're pro-life, but I don't know. Something connected between wearing masks and abortion laws here, because I understand Texas here has an anti-abortion law that's going on right now at the moment.
Right.
Actually, I'm curious on the Arizona anti-abortion law
Wow.
because I haven't heard anything about it going along in Arizona. The only thing I hear about is how Mark Kelly doesn't want to be shit on, neither Kirsten Sinema, when they really do nothing.
Yeah, it's
So it's
true
just
there.
like, why do politicians complain when they get criticized? Is this some sort of narcissistic idea to them?
Most likely, they're looking for acceptance. They want to be accepted by the people. They want to be looked on as a god. Blah blah
Well,
blah.
basically, they think they're always right.
Prize that's even be a better excuse there.
Yeah, it's just yeah, I don't understand it. I guess it's just mostly social. Okay, when
Socialism.
I think about most Democrats, a lot of them, I mean, like most of them, are for socialism, regardless of who they are.
And that's
Democratic
although
socialism.
socialism has been proven to be a false, been proven time and time again that it's never worked.
No, exactly. It may work in other countries like North and South
Oh
Korea,
no,
but not here in the
it don't
States.
work there.
They don't work there? Oh, wow.
Well, they're doing it, but it's not working. The people are poor as church mice.
That's true there, yeah. So they had the people over there had no choice to rely on government for assistance to get by there.
Right.
I can imagine what goes on in the country of India because God knows how many babies are being born into poverty, this and left and right there.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just looking through the anti-abortion law, at least in Arizona.
Yeah.
It was illegal. I'm just not sure when this happened because there was a guy named Government Doug that signed that into law, anti-abortion, I suppose.
Yes,
So it was like no abortions.
I see.
So I'm not sure I completely agree with it.
No,
But when
there's
you look,
sometimes that it's
well,
necessary.
I know this about abortions. Okay, the infants inside the woman suffer a painful death. The
Yeah,
silent
yeah,
scream, they do that. So more percent of the time, people already know that it's a sign of life if something breathes.
Right.
So this is why people speak for abortion against abortion because it's just like, okay, you're killing an innocent life because of your fuck up.
yeah.
So
And
why?
the chances of that kid may grow up to have the cure for cancer or AIDS or COVID-19, that's what they're looking at there. But
Yeah,
however, the other side, it takes a lot of money and a lot of patience to raise a child. And most of the time, some of the baby mamas out there don't have their baby daddies to help them out there. Too busy running around doing stupid shit, trying to be thug, trying to be the player, and everything else is just, getting complicated. And a lot of programs out there are making it harder for the mother to get some sort of welfare because too many mothers in the past we have seen, have abused that benefit, for their own other being. It's like taking this money to feed the baby some baby food. They're using that to get their nails done.
yeah,
Yeah.
A lot of abuse has been going on with those kind of programs there. And let's also not forget, sometime or sooner or later, some of that money may run out for those programs.
Yep.
yeah. That's true. So I'm not completely against abortion. It's just
Yeah.
like, okay, if you're wanting the abortion, why did you I guess, allow yourself without any protection to do whatever you did in the first place? And not only that, you're in control of your own body unless
Yeah.
rape, which is a
Yeah.
different case.
Yes, you had the right to tell the dude to wear a condom or to pull out or whichever there. But I guess the idea, I don't know. I guess women. I guess at the last women. I get. Let me rephrase myself once again. I'm fumbling by my words. Dang gummit. Many times the women out there get so intense into the moment that they forget everything else.
Yeah, some of us are, a lot of them, I mean, that's most people in general, are willing to jump into conclusions based on what they heard.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's examine everything before you make a conclusion. Okay, I was thrown this. Cop shot kid or something with a controller, thought it
Yeah.
was a gun. He was fired, okay? But
Yeah.
the investigation didn't find it credible enough to have him arrested.
Mm,
Problem is, if you're saying cops won't be punished for their, criminal activities like that, that's
yeah.
just untrue. George Floyd is being punished, or not George Floyd, the guy that killed George Floyd is being punished.
Jerry Chauvin.
And there's police officers that held other police officers accountable and arrested
Yes.
those officers. You can see some videos of that.
Yeah. There's this one I saw the cop, doing breaking the law himself. It's just he was about to start his ship. He's called into a room. He's arrested, and he had his uniform cut right off of him. Man, that's got to be degrading towards the that one bad cop was embarrassing to hell to have that happen to him. But then again, when
Yeah,
you're a cop, you're not above the law, kid. And sadly, there are cops out there who try to abuse that.
Hello,
yeah,
Almighty One.
definitely.
Mighty one,
Good.
what's up, dude? H Town just as well there. All right, so who do you have on our list? The next arc?
Next one I got is, well, we kind of drop off a little bit because I have mixed feelings about this, guys. Three
Yeah.
Doors Down.
Not a big fan of them.
You get to
Never
hear
was a big fan
Kryptonite
of them.
constantly.
Oh gosh, another. I did, dude. They were playing their songs like, I'm here without you, baby, and I was like, oh, give me a break. I was never big on that song. Never big on them in general. I
Yeah,
guess what they called it was the mom rock, mopey rock. I guess it was called at that time.
yeah, it's rock your mother would approve of.
Yeah, exactly.
But from Three Doors Down, the only song I actually listened to from them was Kryptonite because I thought that was a really good song.
Yeah,
You
It's
know,
interesting
not
video,
bad.
by the way.
It's not a bad song. In fact,
Yeah.
a band I was in a long time ago covered it,
Ah,
which is unusual because we didn't do 80s. We normally did 60s and 70s.
I see there. Yeah.
Next one I have, we'll skip over them and go to Till Tuesday, which
Oh.
I liked that song.
The voices carry there.
Yeah,
And by the way, the message, we all know the story behind that song there. It's about a woman in an abusive relationship being told, hush, hush, don't talk, voices carry, don't let people know what's going on here.
yeah. But that girl had a pretty good voice, I thought.
Yeah, Amy Mann, by the way, was who we were referring to there. I guess
Yeah,
she got involved with a singer named Jules Shear later on in the 80s, I guess. And Jules Shear, from what I understand, was an artist there. He had a band called Jules Shear and the Polar Bears. They released a couple album. And I guess when MTV Unplugged started their run on that channel there, he was the original host.
yep,
But then they decided to let him go and let just feature on the artists doing their unplugged stuff there, whether it's Springsteen or it's Stevie Ray Vaughan or Korn or anybody else, or of course Alice in Chains.
right.
Right?
Next one I got another female singer, Think Cheerleader.
Mm. Tony Basil.
Yep,
Oh yeah, the one that song Ricky and the ones that
Mickey, wasn't it?
Mickey. Yeah, that's right, Mickey. I forgot to mix. No, dude, that song was fucking everywhere on MTV. I'll tell you that right there.
The odd thing is,
It's,
I
it,
read somewhere it's a cover.
oh really?
It would be interesting to look that up because I
I'm doing
believe
that
it's,
right. Yeah, I'm going to do that right now. The song Mickey by Tony Basil.
which is kind of weird because
Tony.
songs you say, hey, that's a cover?
Yeah. You never
Yeah.
know. But yeah, in fact, believe it or not, the story I remember. I don't even know about this, Bozy. You remember the song "What About Love" by Heart from
That was a cover, I
1985?
believe.
Yeah, with the band Toronto recorded that song first a couple of years before Heart got a hold of it.
Okay. Educate me on that one.
Oh yeah, I guess it came out in '82 and '83, and I guess Heart decided to cover that song for their self-titled record there.
Um, well, I don't listen to much 80s music outside of, well, I guess Johnny Cash. But,
That's
I
going
thought,
back in the 60s and 70s, too.
Yeah, a great
yeah,
one. The Man
Yeah.
in Black, dude.
I heard a lot of movies, songs actually told a story instead of just, most of it's just kind of just trash now. I don't know how else to put it. None of it really tells a story. It's just
Pop
men,
music.
yeah, it's blabbery,
It's mostly
agenda pushing.
it's mostly the oh baby I feel the world in my arms when I hold up my arms around you. Oh baby I feel the chills up my spine when you kiss me
So
like
for the
that. Give me a break.
Yeah, there's not a lot of
so
Eh,
storytelling compared to the way it used to be.
Yeah, but a lot of these pop artists are not like that. They don't tell stories anymore. They're like, oh, the baby, let me put you in my arms. Let me dance you around the moonlight. And let me hump you in the ass when you're not looking. Give me a, come on, bro.
hold
Yeah.
Uh,
on.
Give us a break. And here, by the way, here's something else. We're going back to the song "Mickey" by Tony Basil.
Right.
Apparently, it gained a mixed response from music critics. Some critics praising the radio-friendly nature of the song, while others describing it as the lyrics as obscene.
Really.
And the song was originally performed by the group Racy with the title "Kitty." It was included on their debut studio album, Smash and Grab from 1979. The original Racy version did not include the famous "Oh Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind," which often Basso added to the Herc version there. It had also been rumored that the song was changed to Mickey because Basso developed a crush on Mickey Dolenz from the Monkees
Oh,
after meeting him on the set of the movie Head, in which she was a choreographer. However, this claim was denied by Basil, who said she didn't know who the hell Dolans was.
hmm.
Uh,
And in August of 2017, Basil filed a multi-claim lawsuit against Razor and Tie Direct, Forever 21, Disney, Viacom, VH1, and South Park, alleging that the defendants had used the song Mickey commercially without a license and damaged her right of publicity, claiming excess of $25,000 in damages. She also filed a lawsuit against AMC on 12 of May 2020 for the unauthorized use of the song as a trailer for the show Preacher. And of course,
yeah.
California State of Appeals affirmed dismissal of that particular case.
Well, you see some lawsuits and it's like, what?
Yeah, it's true there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Next one I
What
got.
else are we going on to?
What up?
Well,
What
next
else are
one,
we going on to?
Oh, okay. Oh,
the next
go ahead, Art.
next one I got is an interesting band in a way.
Yes.
The Tubes.
Oh my goodness. White punks on dope. Talk to you
Uh,
later. What do you, what do you want from life?
Yeah, the sushi one. I forget the title.
Sushi girl.
Yeah,
Attack
and
of
they
the
were
50,
also in
50
that
foot woman.
stupid movie.
a San
What's
Francisco-based rock band, huh?
Yes, absolutely. They were like one of the punk. The singer Fee Waybill. That song "White Punks on Dope" was kind of like a take on the typical rock star, drug addict type of guy. In fact, one of his prime characters he came out was a rock singer named Quaalude, who
Yeah,
looked on looked on like he would get up in there this on stage. He looked like he was high on something, and I remember Fee Bill brought a Quaalude of what they played at the Riverfest, I guess in 2011 or 2010 there at St. Clair, Michigan. I remember seeing them do that there.
Yeah, and they also had a
You
part in
know,
it.
yeah. The only album I know they made was like White Punks on Dope. Like,
Yeah,
well, that's their first album, right?
I believe
I
so. Yeah.
haven't, you know, as much as I do like some punk rock, I just never bothered to listen to them.
Hmm.
It's like, and it's a 1975 band, and obviously I was not into old music since I was like a young guy getting into heavy metal shit,
Yeah. Yes.
like Linkin Park, 3 Days Grace. That's more of a punk rock, but Tombs were like
More like
weird.
new metal.
Yeah, are they a good band at all?
Well, they had some good songs out there. I will tell you. I know the song "She's a Beauty" was a massive big
Oh
hit on the
yeah.
radio there. And by the way, the two songs "Talk to You Later" and "She's a Beauty" featured lead guitar by Steve Lukather of Toto.
Wow.
In fact, if you listen to the
Oh,
background vocals of the chorus of "She's a Beauty," you could hear Toto frontman Bobby Kimball in the background vocals as well.
Yeah. Of course,
right.
they probably don't want to put on their resume that they were in the movie Xanadu.
Oh yeah, I remember the song. Yeah, the song. Got some dancing to do. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was back in 1980 there. Bad movie, but good music
It's
there.
funny that's one of those movies that the movie actually sucked, but the soundtrack was pretty good.
I know. It was said a couple times that has happened very, very rarely when you think about it there.
Hey, Minnesota Vikings fan, how are you?
Hey, what's up, dude? Vikings. I tried to get a hold of you when I got done from work. I was hoping that we was going to do our episode free of our drama show there.
The next one I got was a pretty big band, but I'm kind of I like some of their stuff, but I'm not what you'd call a huge fan. You
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But it's kind of funny that you know, talk about one massive transition.
Yeah.
Apparently, what it was is that towards the end of the 1980s there, apparently what it was is that they were it was starting to become a human jukebox. They were trying to, people were kind of dogging them for trying to be prophets, protectors, preaching the good
Right.
word of this and this issue or that political issue here and there. And I guess what it was is that it was not becoming fun no more. And like I said, they were becoming human jukeboxes. They had to perform the same songs like "With or Without You," "Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For,"
Right.
and I guess at the start of the 1990s, they decided to upgrade themselves, make them more unique, make them more updated. There, that's where they came up with the zoo station ideas for their stage shows there, which,
Yeah.
by the way, was kick ass when you think about it. A couple times, Bono would order pizza for 1,000 people in the arena that came to see them, and a couple times they tried to make a phone calls to George Bush, H.W. Bush, when he was still in office.
Yeah, good luck on that one.
Yeah, exactly. At one point, they said, "You know what? I'm hanging it up. I'm going to vote for Bill Clinton."
oh, that's just a lazy way to do that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
kind of a
know.
weird
I
way
don't
to
like
decide.
I don't like ignorant voting at
Yeah,
all.
it's true. Yeah.
Bill Clinton's pretty much awful. His third way policies did not work.
Well, Bill Clinton
Okay.
wasn't ever the president. His wife was running the country.
Yeah, it's true. There, his wife was. She basically wore the pants, and she still does.
Not to mention, she was like, I know you've been sleeping with them women, but I'm going to cover it up for you. Like, oh my
Oh
God.
God. I wonder. I
You
wonder sometimes.
know, Bill Clinton is very bad.
I wonder sometimes if those two weren't swingers underneath it all.
Probably.
Oh God, I hate to be the dude that has to bone Hillary
Yeah.
while Bill bones his wife.
Yeah, I
Said,
don't care
"Oh
what my
God,
wife looks
oh
like. She's
God,
not Hillary.
oh God, oh God, I gotta bone this chick with the upside down legs and the face like a gorgon."
Oh no, dude. You know, the same people are the ones that were pushing for trannies, even though that's a psychological
Disorder.
problem.
Yep.
Yeah, they were probably into traps, and they were like, you know what? I want an excuse to bone my own sex. I
Yeah.
thought that was a man or a woman.
Oh God. I can imagine what a well, I guess if a guy was born with a cock and a cunt, he would have no problem, fucking himself.
Yeah. Well, what do you do for your own pleasure? I fuck myself. I have a cunt and a dick.
So when you tell them to go fuck himself, they literally mean it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you get yourself
Now,
pregnant,
if they get
ma'am?
themselves pregnant, that's going to be a big problem, obviously.
Okay. Then there's something really wrong with chromosomes there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't even think that's possible, but maybe it is. I don't know.
I don't know. It's just a little joke I came up with many years back there. Speaking of chromosomes, if it's to say that Bullfrog's still acting like he's top notch number one there, Bosey's got the hots for me. Bullfrog, you make Medusa the Gorgon look like a sex symbol. Yeah.
Yes.
I had to throw that in. I was hoping to say that one time. I finally got your chance. Next.
Next one I got is Weezer.
Oh gosh.
They had one
Oh
song
god.
that I kind of enjoyed. The rest of them are kind of like, eh.
I don't
That
think
what was that
so.
song? That Buddy Holly song or whatever the hell it was.
Oh yeah, that song is called Buddy Holly. They mixed some footage here. They kind of recreated the Happy Days scenario back then.
Yeah, actually, I thought that was kind of a funny video.
It was kind of, when you think about it, kind of like a little homage to that old TV show there.
Yeah, I did like that song for the most part, but rest of them I could take or leave.
No, but there are other songs. I'm sorry, I just couldn't cut it. The one I couldn't understand was "If you want to destroy my sweater." Give me a break.
Yeah. Next one I got is Wham.
Oh gosh.
I just thought I'd
Guess,
mention them.
oh my God. You know what? It's kind of, Guess what song now comes to my mind that they still play at the supermarket that I work at? Wake me up before you go. Don't leave me hanging on. It's like,
Yeah.
give me it. Oh, come on. You remember when George Michael was caught with that other dude at that restroom
Yep.
years back there? The tagline was "Zip me up before you go."
Yeah.
Huh.
It's kind of like,
Oh gosh, I'm sure. I guess it usually takes a long while before people to figure out that they're gay when they can finally expose themselves when it comes out there accidentally. I remember one of the guys from that boy band named Sync. He had to finally come out and say he was gay when one of the magazines out there caught him, going into this gay bar.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I got no problem with gay people, but
No,
why do they have to talk the way they talk?
I
Like,
have no. When they talk like that, oh, someone like that bullshit there, I have no damn clue.
like, okay, I know you're gay, but do you have to emphasize that?
I guess the idea is that they want to prove that I'm a gay, I'm going to be accepted. You're going to accept me as I am. Well, first of all, I don't mind you being gay, but at least be a manly gay and don't hit up on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Okay, I've seen the parodies. I've seen it. It's like, come on. At least act like you have testosterone in your body.
Yeah, please be a man to do something about it. Please be a
Yeah,
man and stop being such a homo wado. Stop being such a flamer, okay? If
yeah.
you want to be a flamer from your gal pals there, okay? Go dress up in your little tutu and your little drag ass, drag queen makeup there. Do it in front of your chick friends, okay? Not to me, okay? Please.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one I got, I think they're more of a 90s, 2000. I don't know. I really don't know much about them other than the one song, Six Nation Army, or whatever that was.
Oh, White Stripes.
Yeah,
Wasn't big on them either. I guess Meg White, the drummer, she kind of like, stepped out of the spotlight there when they finally called it quits there. I guess Jack White's been involved with a bunch of other projects like the Raccooners or Raccooners or whatever they called there. He
yeah.
plays drums with a band called the Dead Weather there. And
Well, to me, they
Brian,
weren't that big a deal, but
it wasn't to me. It's just like, here's the problem of the rock and roll at the round. This is in the 2000s. It was them bands like the Hives, the Strokes, like trying to sound like 60s rock, garage rock kind of stuff. There, this is the new thing. And it's like I'm not a big fan of that. I'm sorry. I'm sticking with my B&B Nation. I'm sticking with my Sabbath there. I'm sticking with old Priest records here. I'm sticking with stuff like Sea Wolf and Skitty Puppy. Thank you very much, there.
yeah,
But still, and hear all these songs. They'll be done on all these TV shows, these reality shows that MTV was showing at the time, whether it's The Real World or Road Rules or this competition or that competition. Give us a break.
yep. And then the last one,
Mm-hmm.
Zager and Evans,
Zager and Evans. Yeah,
in the year
this is the
2525.
oh wow, and that came out in 19. What was it? The 60s or 70s?
No,
Oh,
it was 70s or 80s. Wasn't the
I'm thinking. Wow.
60s.
I think it may have been in the set. I think it been in the year 25. Let me look that up for you guys here.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. I always put them in the 80s. I have no idea, to be honest.
mm,
Okay. Okay. Year 25, 25. Here we go. Should be coming up. Wait a minute here. I just fucked up. It's good. There we go. Should be okay here.
I'm sorry, I'm
Okay.
coming in and out, but I'm dealing with animals. It's just like,
Oh,
oh
okay.
my.
It's okay. It's okay there. Let's see here. It should be the Wikipedia. It came out in 1969.
Really?
Yes, it did. Yes,
That
I remember
shocks me
hearing.
because it does not sound 60s or 70s.
The funny thing is, a lot of recordings out there from those eras, whether it's from the 70s or 60s, or often sound like they're based in the future. Like, for instance, an album by Jean-Michel Jarre, who is
Jean
the
Michael, yeah,
yeah,
Oxygen.
thank you, Oxygen. Yes, the people are saying that album, sounds like it was made in this day and age, even though it came out in guess in the 1980s. There.
Yeah, that whole album is great.
Yeah, I got to listen to that because I heard a lot of complimentive reviews about that record there.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's very spacey, but it's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, there. Now the song basically in the year 2525 opens with the introduction verse that explained that if mankind had survived to that point, they would be witnessing the events of that song. The following verses pick it up the story of 1.010 year intervals from
Yeah,
35, 35 to 65, 65 in each succeeding millennium.
mm,
And I have to look it up on Wikipedia because I can't really go into the whole detail here because it would take too much of the programming here. Because we
yeah,
still
but
got some wrestling
I'm
stuff to
sitting here, I'm
talk about.
still amazed that came out in 69, 70. Because
Yeah,
I honestly, it just sounds 80s to me.
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is definitely. And you know what? But you know what? That's the beauty of, like I said, that's the beauty of these recordings. They sound like they're so they're kind of pioneering when you think about it. the instrumental Popcorn. That was an electronic song, and that came out in the same year.
Yeah.
And of course, a lot of songs back then, consider be a pioneering. I mean, like the song "I Feel Love" by Donna Summer, that had a drum machine and synthesizer. That kind of like gave paved way for the bands like the Human League, Heaven 17, years on down the line.
Right.
Yeah, and of course Kraftwerk as well. Well, Kraftwerk was already doing it prior to Donna Summer.
Yeah. Autobahn. That
Uh,
it was
the Mad
great.
Machine.
It was great if you could get a radio station to play that whole damn thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Because back then, radio stations like we're not touching this. We're playing what's trending right now, the
Well, not
hits.
only that, on the album. It's 19 minutes long.
That's true, yeah, yeah, absolutely. I remember my best friend Dennis playing that whole track for me one time while we was in the car together. And of course, we cannot forget Trans Europe Express, which later became, sampled for Planet Rock by Africa Bambaataa and the Soul Sonic Force.
Yeah, electronic music's interesting, I think.
It is absolutely there. It's even more interesting when you're able to create different sounds here and there,
Yeah.
especially with the synthesizers that they had at that time there.
Yep.
Because now with all the digital stuff they have out there, they're able to make the sounds hear more. Or of course, we cannot forget the sampler.
Right.
Many industrial bands in the 1980s, including Frontline Assembly, Skitty Puppy, Front 242, or excuse me, Front Toot for Toot, were able to use samplers on their albums and their songs. There, like Animal, Headhunter, you know, um, Don't Crash, Dig It,
Yeah.
Birds with Water, all those tracks by those bands there.
That semi concludes the 80s for the most part.
And 80s, 90s, and the early 2000s, so for the most
So the
part there,
next
folks.
show, we're
Yeah.
going to go backwards a little bit and
All
do
right.
prog.
All right.
And we'll do some individual bands first. I think we'll start with King Crimson since they were one of the pioneers.
Yeah, yeah. One of the pioneers, And of course, we also got to include, Yes, the early
Oh, we'll do
Genesis.
them. But I'm
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about, we'll probably do an hour on King Crimson.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because that was one of the bands I was really, really into back in my teen years there, in the early 80s there. Albums like Lark's Tongue's Aspect, Starless and Bible Black, the first album, Lizard, In the Wake of Odyssean. And of course, they kind of like a move from that when they came back in '81 with Adrian Belew and Tony Levin and Bill Bruford. They kind of
Right.
like modeled themselves in towards the new wave era, along with the Talking Heads and Laurie Anderson there.
Yeah, but they still did the prog
Yeah,
thing.
go on.
Yep. Yes. Ballsy, you said?
Yeah, I'm here. I heard that
Yeah,
King Crimson has
yeah,
inspired a
definitely.
lot of progressive music. I'm
Oh
glad
yeah,
to hear.
absolutely.
Well,
Yeah, I
we'll
like.
start with that next time we do this, which I guess is Thursday, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. There, the Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. There, I got to remind everybody ahead of time there.
Yep.
So,
But
what
we'll break it off with this and go to the other subject.
pro wrestling? What's got? Well, we definitely got to talk about pro wrestling because